Let me ask you something. When life shakes you, what remains? And I'm not talking about a little inconvenience. When life really shakes you, when someone you trusted lets you down, when the very opportunity that you were banking on begins to slip through your fingers, when the plan that you spent all these years building your life around begins to fall apart. Because storms will come, disappointments will show up, plans will fail. And in those moments, talent won't save us. Our image won't protect us. The opinions of others won't hold us together. And we've all seen it. People who look unshakable when life is going well, but the moment the applause stops, the moment the job title changes, the moment a relationship ends, they collapse. That is the danger of living on borrowed strength. And the only thing that'll keep you standing is the strength of your core, the inner resilience that you've built long before the storm ever reared its ugly head. Too many make this mistake. We outsource our confidence, tie it to circumstances, attach it to applause, send it over to the presence or absence of support. But here's the truth. While internal things can be shaken, internal strength cannot. And if you don't build it, life will expose it. This is part 3 of our Becoming series. I'm glad you're here, and today I want to walk you through how to strengthen the core of who you are, so when life shakes you, you don't collapse, you stand. Let's be honest. We live in a culture that teaches us to outsource. We outsource our happiness to whether or not people notice us. We outsource our peace to whether or not life is convenient. We outsource our confidence to whether or not we receive validation. And it's subtle, but it's powerful. If people like your post, you feel good. If your boss praises you, you feel capable. If things are going smoothly, you feel strong. But what happens when the likes don't come? What happens when your boss doesn't praise you? What happens when circumstances shift? That's when many crumble. And it all comes down to the fact that the confidence was leased and not owned. You see, borrowed confidence feels good until the lender shows up to collect. And you've probably felt this, I know I have. The moment when you're doing well, but deep down you know that your sense of worth is hanging on to something outside of you. And it feels strong until it's gone. And if your confidence is built on something outside of you, whether it be applause, approval, your circumstances, you will always be at risk of losing it. And so our first lesson is true confidence is an inside job. So pause and think about this for a moment. Where in your life are you leasing confidence as opposed to owning it? Is it tied to how people perceive you? Is it tied to whether or not money is flowing? Is it tied to whether or not people are clapping? And I want you to remember this. Anything you don't own can be taken away. Let me paint a picture. Imagine you're 27 years in prison, 27 years without freedom, recognition, or applause, and you're cut off, completely isolated from everything in the world that tells you that you're significant. That's what happened to Nelson Mandela. No stage, no followers, no headlines, and no comfort. And what amazes me about the story is when he walked out of prison, he didn't walk out bitter or broken. I don't know about y'all, but I'm growing, but I might have to have dealt with some bitterness. But somehow Nelson Mandela walked out with more authority, more dignity, more power. He walked out with more than many had that had been free the whole time. Reason being because his strength was not tied to his circumstances. It was rooted in something deeper. He clung to his convictions. He anchored his identity in something that the world could not strip away. He kept his vision alive even when the walls around him told him that it was over. And that's why when he stepped out, he didn't just walk free. He was ready to lead a nation. Is it possible that resilience isn't built in the spotlight, but it's built in the dark? It's built when nobody's clapping, It's built when nobody's watching. It's built when the applause is silent and the only voice you hear is your own and the God within you. And I want you to hear me. You don't need to spend decades in prison to apply this to you, because resilience can be built in the everyday moments. Think of a student who studies late at night while his friends are out. Think of the athlete that gets up at 4 a.m. and trains while everyone else is asleep. Think of the man who works 2 jobs to provide for his family but still comes home and plays with his little girl. No applause, no recognition, no spotlight, but a core that is so strong that life can't break them. That's inner strength. But they aren't special. If they can build it, so can you. And the principle that I want you to carry with you is this: you are responsible for your own foundation. Not your boss, not your family, not your partner, not your spouse, not the algorithm, not culture, you. And self-reliance doesn't mean isolation, it means ownership. It means you stop waiting for permission, you stop needing validation, you stop outsourcing your confidence to conditions that you cannot control. And here's what happens when you don't. You become a puppet to the things outside of you. One moment you're strong, the next moment you're broken. One moment you're confident, the next moment you're doubting everything. You're double-minded and then unstable in all your ways. But when your identity is rooted in your core, you stop being tossed around by every storm. You stop shrinking every time someone doubts you. You stop waiting for someone to hand you a green light because you realize you are the green light. And I speak this over you. You are not just someone who survives storms. You are becoming the type of person who thrives in them. Here's something I call an ownership audit. This week, I challenge you to grab a notebook and write down, what areas of my life am I waiting for external permission in? Where am I putting my confidence in applause, recognition, or circumstances instead of owning it within myself? Maybe it's your career. For somebody else, it might be a relationship. For someone else, it might be your health, and you're waiting on someone to come motivate you. But once you write them down, I want you to choose one. And for the next 7 days, make a decision to act from ownership in that area. Don't wait to feel ready. Don't wait for validation. Don't wait for someone to co-sign your potential. Take a bold step as if you already belong there, because you do. Do it once, then again and again, until ownership becomes your default. For most people, transformation isn't one big dramatic leap. It's small daily steps repeated with ownership until they become who you were meant to be. And this is how you strengthen your core, not in the moment of crisis, but in the quiet moments of decision. I want you to picture a lighthouse in the middle of a storm. Waves are crashing against it. Winds are howling, sky is dark, ships in the distance, they're tossed back and forth looking for direction. But the lighthouse doesn't move. It doesn't look at the waves and say, "Hey, can you please calm down?" It doesn't depend on the storm to ease up before it shines. It stands because its strength isn't on the surface. It's in its foundation that's buried deep into the rock. That's what you're becoming. The storm doesn't have to go away for you to be steady. The waves don't have to stop for you to shine. Because when your core is strong, you don't just survive storms. You become the light others look to when they've lost theirs. So the truth I want you to carry is, yes, storms will come. Yes, doors will close. People will doubt you. Circumstances will shift. But none of that defines you unless you let it. And when your core is strong, you stop outsourcing your confidence. You stop being at the mercy of circumstances. You stop giving away the power that was always yours. Repeat after me. I am done waiting for permission. I am not outsourcing my confidence. My strength is mine, and it's enough. Because success doesn't just come to those who look strong on the outside. It comes to those who are unshakable on the inside. If you enjoyed this video, I want you to comment below. I am taking back ownership. And hey, don't forget to subscribe so you do not miss part 4. And always remember that growth is a journey. It's not a destination. I'm in it with you, and I'll see you all.